Michael, somebody suggested that we added you. Who was that suggested by? Was it you, Andre? Or was it Marvin?
It might have been Marvin. Michael and I have actually talked about this type of stuff through message. Like I guess there was something going on his page, and he had some questions about some stuff, and so we just started going back and forth. He's like, "Hey, man, what do you think about this?" I'm like, "That's what I think, homie." So we're friends now.
Yeah. So Michael's had Michael's respected by people of color in the AG for his views on race and race relations. I think I can say that. Like, I'm not a person of color, but I've listened to other people, and that's what they've said. So we added Michael for sure. And Michael, what do you want to say about your journey and anything that pertains there?
Oh man, it's nice to know that you're respected or even thought of. It's kind of weird growing up. I grew up in the deep south of Florida, which a lot of people think of the beach and, having fun and doing all that. But really, I grew up in like the sticks of Florida. It's palm trees and crappy little ponds. But, I grew up 15 years ago, graduating high school. Like, I still had a rebel flag on my wall. You're kind of ingrained in a culture where you believe a certain way. You've been taught, and it wasn't necessarily intentionally racist, but you've never really been exposed to too much outside of that. So a couple of years ago, I started just asking questions, just like, man, something just doesn't seem the same. It doesn't make sense. I started by messaging Dan probably a couple of years ago, and I was like, hey man, I don't understand this. I think the first time we really talked about race was around the Ferguson incident with Michael Brown. And I was like, dude, I just don't get this. What am I missing? Can you explain this? And he was just really cool about it and said, listen, I appreciate you asking. This is what we think. This is what's going on. And I'm like, okay, well, I kind of get that. And I'd gotten into a discussion about Black Lives Matters and one of my views. And Andre had commented and it's like, that's not how it works. And I messaged him. I'm like, listen, dude, I am 100% open if you can give me a better information. I'm usually kind of stubborn in my beliefs, but I'm willing to listen when you say something. So what am I missing? Can you explain it? He's like, dude, I'm more than happy to. Messaged me. And, probably for the last 6 months or so, I've just taken a step back from even commenting on race relations just to do research and to think and to read and, that's kind of where I'm at now, trying to, in closed groups, I'll speak, but not so much publicly because kind of like Dalton said, I don't want to do anything that would hurt more than help. So that's kind of where I'm coming from now. I'm still on that journey of learning more than doing, I guess.
Awesome. So we kind of got you guys' perspective. I think it's really important to hear your perspective on what's going on, because if we're being honest, people of color don't really not get it. Would you guys agree, Andre, Dan? Like, there's like, no, we get it's going on, but for white Christian males to say like maybe there's something going on here, I think that's really good.